Hey guys, it's me, Courtney again. So, for the first official video on this channel, I would just like to go over a very, very big, big, body modification that is I don't know how to really put this together, but I'm just going to say it's a very common fad in our nowadays society. It is something that is still frowned upon in many different areas and generations and cultures, religions, all those kind of things. It is frowned upon, but also they are very acceptable in other types of cultures and age groups and all that kind of stuff. So I would like to shed a little bit of knowledge on this situation. I'm not going to go in depth. This will not be a very long video. The reason I am going to, sorry, I have stuff back here I'm going to actually use in this video. The reason that I am going to touch bases on this is because of the fact that, one, I have knowledge on it, and two, I have started to redo it again because I had to quit. So, as you obviously will see appear in the title, it is going to be on gauging or stretching of the ears. It's a interchangeable term. You sometimes hear people say they gauged their ears or they stretched their ears, so that is why I was using both of them. So what this is pretty much in simple terms, when you get your ears pierced at a normal either tattoo and piercing shop with a hollow needle or at a local jewelry facility, one of the most common you'll hear about is Claire's, and you get a piercing done with a piercing gun. You are pierced with a normal, I have a pair of studs right here so I can show you. You are pierced with a normal size earring that is sharper on the end. These are regular studs for after your ears are healed, so they are not sharp at the end, but the ones that you are pierced with have a point. If you were getting them pierced with a gun, they load it into the gun with the sharp part sticking on one side, and then you have your clasp or the little backing of the earring on the other part. What happens is this gun is placed like such, where my fingers are, to your ear, and it is pressed on, and what happens is this part of the earring goes through your skin of your ear, and the back locks onto it, hence causing it to pierce your skin. Now, if you get it done in a shop, what happens is they will take a hollow needle. Depending on the shop, they will either pierce you with, the basic one is an 18 gauge, or some shops I know pierce with a 16 gauge. How gauges work, for you that do not know, the smaller the number, the bigger the hole, or the bigger the gauge. The larger the number, the smaller. So, like I said, a normal ear piercing in the lobe, depending on where you get it done, where you live, and what form you get it done, they are normally done in the sizes 20, 18, or 16, most typically 18. The form of ear stretching or gauging is where you control how large you would like your piercing to be. As in, some people will just wear the typical size that they get pierced with, like these studs. So this is just a little pearl stud. It doesn't autofocus very well. That's the size of, this is an 18 gauge. This one just has a clear backing. There are metal, there are clear. It just has the little clear on the end there. If you do not have your ears pierced or you do not know, it is like that, comes off, and it goes on, and what it is meant to do is just to keep the earring in your ear. Sorry, I am not trying to say that people do not know this, but there are some that are not familiar with piercings, so hence the video. Sorry. So, the process of ear stretching is where you can use different mechanisms or forms to do this. One, you can go to your piercer and they will do it for you. You can get pierced with a gauge, or you can get your ear punched, which is where they will actually punch out the skin. The difference with that is just gauging, because with stretching, you are not taking out the skin, you are stretching it out. When you get your ear punched, you are actually physically taking that skin out. Okay, you either, sorry, I'm sick, so I'm trying to be able to talk here for you. So what you do is, like I said, with the sizes, it moves from larger to smallest. So you start with 18, and it goes most typically by twos. So 18 is 16, 14, 12, 10, and then 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, 0, 0. Those are the typical ones. And then you move into a fourth of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, half an inch, like, and you keep going depending on how large you would like your ears to be stretched. It is very easy to buy stuff. You can get tapers or plungers. You can get, those are the two different things. So there's tapers, which I will show you in a second because I do have tapers. There's also pinchers, which I do not own. I have stretched with pinchers before. The difference between a taper and a pincher is a taper is straight, like such. It is straight and it goes from smallest, which I will show you in a second, to the larger size. It starts at the size that you are at, and it ends up at the size that you're stretching to. A pincher is more shaped like this, kind of like a half circle. And on both ends of it, it starts the size that your ear is, and when it meets up into the middle, that is where the size that you're stretching to. So instead of just pushing it straight through, it's more of a curve action. Then you put you can have plugs, or you can have tunnels. Plugs are what I will show you because I do not own any tunnels yet. Plugs are a solid piece of whatever material. They have wood, they have glass, they have acrylic, they have all forms of metal, they have silicone, they have all these different things. It is a solid piece of mass is what it is. A tunnel is where it is hollow out in the middle. There are typically ones that you see a lot will be just the basic clear kind or just color, and it sticks in. You can see through the ear is what the point of it is, where it's a tunnel. There are ones where they are metal and they have rhinestones on the outside. Those are what those are called. Now, like I said, different ways you can stretch them. What I would like to share with you is the fact that if you would like to do this, one, apart from my video, I would just advise you to research, either talk to a local piercer. Sorry guys, I'm trying to nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, the light's just really bright up here. So is to consult with your piercer, because they can give you even more information, especially if there is something you are allergic to, there is something, I don't know if there's something different with your ears, anything along those lines, they would be able to tell you. Another thing, like I just said, with if there's something you have an issue with, make sure you know what you are or are not allergic to. Because if you are allergic, I have friends that are allergic to sterling silver or even stainless steel. And if you go to stretch with one of those and you have a plug or a taper once you've completed the stretching process, if you are allergic to it, you can have a reaction and get an infection, which would not be good. Another thing that I cannot stress enough is to go slow. If you skip sizes, too many sizes, you stretch too fast, you don't do it the right way, or you're doing it unsanitary, you can blow out your ears, which will cause them to swell up really big, and then also you will just either have deformities or a lot of pain, possibly bleeding, because what you do is you end up ripping the skin. There should be no blood. It should not be too painful. Yes, the process right away, it can be a little bit painful when you are doing it, and the day after or 2 days after, it will be sore. It will not be painful, it will be sore. If it is painful, if there is bleeding, if you cannot handle the amount of pain, then you are doing it wrong, okay? And you need to take it out and let that heal back up before you decide to do it again, because if you continue to do that, if it continues to do that, or you continue to stretch when it is acting in that way, you can damage your ears and scar really bad. Another thing is, yes, if you are at a smaller size, they can close. But if you decide to stretch bigger, typically it is larger than a 0 or a double 0, there is a big chance that your ears will not shrink down. I am not saying that they will not, but depending on you, everybody is different, you need to know that it could be semi-permanent or permanent. So that is a big thing to keep in mind. Now, into the actual process. So, like I said, you can get them a lot of places. You can get kits, which is what I have right here to show you. You can get individual tapers if you are only deciding to go to a certain size. Like I have a goal size and a possible size, and so I just got a kit so that way I can decide, and it's a lot cheaper, and you don't have to go purchase them individually. If you are ready to move up to the next size, you already have things. You can go to Hot Topic has them. Your local piercer, so I know High Priestess has them. Those are places you can go to get individual, or you can get them done. Also with the tapering, if you are too scared to do it yourself, you can go to a local piercer and they can use a taper and they can size up your ears for you. Also, there are online everywhere, all kinds of online. I don't even have a list. I know there's Body Jewelry Incorporated, there's Hard Candy, there's bodyjewelrycandy.com or something or along that sort. There are also the typical sites you can go onto Walmart. You can go onto, I think I've seen them on Target, those kind of sites. Another big one that I purchased mine from is Amazon. You can go on Amazon.com, type it in. They have all different forms from metal to plastic to acrylic. You can get kits, you can get individual or anything like that. I personally got a kit. Like I said, I got tapers. They have pinchers on there too. Now, another thing I would recommend getting is some sort of ointment, lubricant, lotion, specifically for ear stretching, because then you know that that is what it is meant for. Some lotions will have dyes, they will have scents, something along that sort, and that could cause an infection. The kind that I use, it's called Lobe Lube. It's a tongue twister, say it a couple times fast. But what it is let me just read you the description so you could always relate this to what you got and see if it has along the similar thing. It says, Lobe Lube is a great pain and itching relief as well as lubricant for each piercing and stretching. Due to the formula, it can also be used as a tropical injury aid. It works great with minor burns, cuts, other minor injuries, and also works well with ache, bug bite. It is 100% organic and made of medical essential oils. It has coconut oil, canna oil, java oil, beeswax, lavender, tea tree oils, and vitamin E. And this is what it comes with, the little thing, little baggie. And it looks like a chipstick, so it's convenient. It says, Lobe Lube Premium Ear Stretching Lubricant. Okay. Pops off. And you twist. And that's what it looks like. Nothing spectacular. Except for the fact that it does not want to hold down. That's awesome. Oh. Okay. Doesn't take very much though, so now I know my finger's going to be all slippery. Okay. And just to show you what you do with this is you rub it like this, and then you rub it on your lobe and also on the taper and the plug or tunnel. I am sorry that this video is kind of long, but I would just like to go into depth and explain this to you guys. Also, I will do videos of my process of stretching so you guys can see how you do it. I cannot stretch for 2+ weeks until mine are healed. Okay, now, most of your kits will start at a 12. That is because, I totally just messed it up, sorry. Most of your kits will start at a 14. That is because, how I said, some places are pierced with an 18, some are with a 16, and those three sizes are not very different. They are all very small. Mine came with 14s through double zeros. Now, what my kit looks like, it is from BodyMods Jewelry. It is a little box, and inside the box looks like this. Looks all conjumbled, but I will show you. Sorry guys, I just want to see what I am at for time right now. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, so they come with a set of tapers and also plugs. I will show you what a 14 gauge looks like because that is the smallest size. Now, like I said, don't skip sides. When I just stretched mine last night, I went and I started with my 12. That is because I had previously had my ears stretched and I had to let them heal up because they got ripped. So my ears were already bigger and they were already at closer to a 14. So I will show you what they're in individual bags and they say the gauge on them. These are what tapers look like. So you just take it out of the bag. Make sure your hands are clean, obviously, because with anything having to do with a foreign object entering your body, if it is dirty, you can have infection. Okay. Those are what the tapers look like. These little things right here are called either rubber bands or O-rings. Now, as you can see up here at the top, like I said, they start at the smallest size. And as you stretch, they get bigger at the end, like such. The O-rings slide right up. There's the taper itself. The O-rings are used to keep it in place. So at night when you are sleeping or such, it doesn't fall off. Another thing is do not use the tapers as jewelry. You don't want to do that because then each side of your ear, the front and the back, will be different sizes. There is a different weight distribution. Smaller on one side, larger on the other. Lighter on one side, heavier on the other. There will be a different size from the front to the back of your ear. If you would like that, go ahead. It is not a safe thing to do. Fair warning. Sorry guys. I will show you bigger sizes so you can see what these actually look like. These are, focus. These are plugs. They are the same size all the way through. That's why you wear them as the jewelry. Okay. So what happens is, like I said, they go up in sizes. You have all the different sizes to stretch. Now, I currently have 12s in my ears. So I'm just trying to keep this all together because I organized it. So I currently have my 12s in. Here are the tapers I used. Empty baggie. Because I am wearing my plugs. I will get a bit closer so it isn't really awkward. That is what they look like. Those are my plugs. Okay? Okay. That's what mine looks like right now. So, since I'm not going to take my plugs out, because I did it last night and that went out this night, I might take them out. I'm going to give them like 3 or 4 days. Possibly a week. I'm going to take them out and completely clean my ear and keep the plugs off, and I will put them back in. So, I just want to show you what the difference is from what a typical piercing is to this one. Like I said, 18. That's the difference, okay? That is the difference in sizes. The metal is the one that you're pierced with. This one is the 12. See, as you can tell, there is a big difference. The bottom of this is a 16. The top is an 18. Or, sorry, a 14 and a 18. So, it is a pretty big difference. But not substantial. They're still pretty small. Now, I will show you I will show you what a 00 is, which is where I may stretch to. That would be obviously the biggest I would go. Oh, a lot bigger. I'll show you a 00 taper. This is a 00. That is what that is. Obviously, I don't know how I'm going to do this. There is a big difference. At the moment, sorry, my ear is kind of swollen though, but at the moment, doesn't feel good. I would not even be able to put this in my ear. My boyfriend has stuff with ear stuff. Come on, Owens. Get back on the table. Okay. Then, show you what a plug looks like as a 00. My recommendation is you just use the basic plugs until you reach a size that you are comfortable staying at for a while, because if not, then it gets kind of expensive buying a whole bunch of pretty jewelry. Okay. Plug. Plug without O-rings. O-rings back on plug. Alrighty, guys. Only a few more things and I will be finished. Ooh, I am over 20 minutes. Okay. I apologize, guys. Really do. I surprised myself how I can sit here and make a video for 20 minutes, and I am so tired. Alrighty. One last thing I would just like to point out really fast about sizes. Look at the difference. You can't really do this. I'm trying the hardest, guys. I don't want to take these out. The differences between a 00 and a regular. Okay, that's not gonna work. I will take it out. The bigger you get, the more substantial the differences in sizes. Also, the bigger you stretch, it tends to be a bit more painful. See that? That is the difference. Really difference. Thinking I might go to a 00. I'm thinking if I stretch smart, which I am, depending on if my healing time is close to the same with each stretch, at about 2 weeks, until I start getting up to about 2, and I will take longer. Let's see, I am at a 14. I'm at 12, sorry. So I have a 12, I have a 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, 0, 7. So 14 weeks. So in about, and if I give myself a little more time, so in about 4 months, hopefully I will be as I would like to be. Finally, I would like to just talk about cleaning and such. Now, whenever you touch them, you want to make sure your hands are clean, because like I said, you can get infection. Now, a way you can do this without removing them or removing anything, that is my O-ring right now. You can remove it and then just gently wipe behind to get any little crusty things off of it. And to actually clean it, you don't want to mess with them too much in the first couple of days because they will start to swell. My ears are still pretty swollen. Now, one more thing. Not 100% certainty with this, so this would be something that I will look up more and tell you once I find out where you can look up. If you have tattoos, you will probably be familiar with this brand here called Aquaphor. It's an ointment. It's a healing ointment, skin protectant, advanced therapy for dry, cracked, or irritated skin. What I am going to do with this, which I don't have any on my fingers right now, but I'm just going to take it later tonight once I wash them and rub it around here and a little on the back, so that way it doesn't dry. You want your ears to stay lubricated and moisturized, because if you have dry skin, then it can cause it to stretch even more and rip possibly, and you do not want that ripping, bleeding, any of that. So yeah, that is my tutorial / information question and answer on ear stretching. If you guys would like to know more information, let me know. If you would like to see more videos of me actually stretching, the next time I stretch from my 12s to my 10s, I will video me doing it, so that way you can see, and I will actually do a step-by-step process. If you're interested in that, then stay tuned, and I will have a video up on it soon. And thanks for watching, guys.